know.
Turn round. Turn round! Carry on, Dennis.
Sorry, Uncle Ted.
Fast now, Dennis.
Oh, he hates the devil and all his works, Uncle Ted.
Very commendable, Dennis. But this is a new car. They've sent the police on us.
I barely touched the lad.
This must be it. Steady, Glosser.
Now, you mind your manners here, Dennis. We're dealing with the upper crust here. They don't understand about buggies.
All right, Uncle Ted.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, you all know my nephew, Cyril Fungi Phipps.
Two creatures, you say?
With blackened faces.
And horrible staring eyes.
There are no creatures in this house, my good man.
And his London pals
There they go, Uncle Ted.
together formed a band. And so it is my proud privilege to present the Dover Street Jazzomaniacs.
Oh, my God.
Don't be feared, nephew. Old Buggy and his cunning has sought out the ideal place to conceal himself.
You mean some of them creatures up there is not buggies?
Some of them's as human as you or me. Question is, which ones?
Wooster! Here! Arrest them
With all due respect, Mr. Stoker, you could hardly think of allowing your only daughter to marry a gentleman as eccentric as Mr. Wooster.
Hold hard, Jeeves.
Nor would a sanatorium be likely to thrive were it to become known that not only the owner, but also the chief physician had been arrested with blackened faces and charged with occasioning a breach of the peace.
It will ruin me.
Well, I'm not buying that goddamn house anyway.
That would seem to be a pity, sir. If you would let me give Lord Chuffnell your assurance that you would buy his house and that you will allow him to marry your daughter, I'm sure that he could persuade the magistrate to take a lenient view of your parts in this sorry affair.
How can you be sure of that, Jeeves?
I think you'll find, sir, that Lord Chuffnell is in a unique position to effect such a persuasion.
These are serious charges. But I'm inclined to believe that you, Alfred Trotsky, and you, Frederick Aloysius Lenin, were led astray. You are discharged. But as for the rest of you, Rocco Disraeli, Buffy Lloyd George, Barney Lord Tennyson, and the rest, not only have you been guilty of a breach of the peace of considerable magnitude, I also strongly suspect that you have given false names and addresses. You are each fined the sum of £5.
Oh, I say.
Quiet, Dr. Crippen.
Well, I don't think there was any need to describe me as eccentric, Jeeves.
It was a word that Mr. Stoker would readily understand and disapprove of, sir. It is essential that matters be brought to a speedy conclusion.
Oh, yes, I appreciate that.
Meet some strange man, spend the night with him at a hotel, and you're not even jealous?
But why should I be jealous? Bertie spent the night in his car.
You don't know that?
I do. I saw him.
What do you mean?
I saw everything you did in London. I followed you.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
I thought it rather suited me.
How dare you? You trust me so little you have to follow me about all day? You worm!
But you were just complaining that I trusted you too much.
That's a totally different thing. To care about me is one thing. To put on a false beard and trail about London after me...
Yes, well, that bit of your little scheme seems to have gone rather agley, Jeeves.
Oh, I hardly think so, sir. I imagine that the young couple will spend much of their happily married lives in a state of similar emotional turmoil.
Well, wouldn't do for me, Jeeves.
Indeed not, sir.
Pauline! Tefno! I was just saying to my good friend Sir Roderick here, we all ought to go down to the yacht and open 1 or 2 bottles of the best champagne.
Champagne?
To celebrate the purchase of Chuffnell Hall?
And your engagement.
Oh, Daddy!
Oh, it seems a bit chancy to me, Jeeves.
Not entirely, sir. The essential goal was to demonstrate to Mr. Stoker that even an innocent man can sometimes come close to a criminal record.
But how did you know he was going to be arrested when you sent him ashore?
It is often profitable to study local folklore, sir. It seemed unlikely that with his face blackened, Mr. Stoker would get very far on the night Old Boggy is said to walk. Old Boggy is believed to knock on innocent persons' doors and, when they answer, to pull them down to hell by their garters.
Garters, eh? What a mine of information you are, Jeeves.
Thank you, sir. Well, that all went off quite well, I thought. You'll pardon me for saying so, Mr. Prosser, but it seems to me that it raises considerable difficulties for the Drones Club Dining Committee.
The dining committee?
Rule 27A, sir. No member with a criminal record may offer himself for election.
Good God, you're right, Jeeves. We've all got criminal records now.
I imagine, sir, that a further emendation of the rule book might be indicated.
In which case I might still conceivably be persuaded to stand off it. Jeeves, I find it hard to believe that you thought it worth your while to get half the members of the drones into the dock merely to ease my way onto the dining committee.
The methods were perforce draconian, sir, but the stakes were high. The diminution in the wine bill each month should mean a considerable saving in the housekeeping.